All right, all right. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Come on, man. We are here to celebrate Black excellence. We are here to celebrate the third day of the fourth year of the Techsgiving Summit. We're here to celebrate you and pour into you today. How we feeling today? I'll accept that. Is this your, how many people have been here for 3 days? 2 days? 1 day. Y'all sound like y'all been here for 10 days, like y'all working a 9 to 5. Today is all about energy. I want you guys to have all great energy. Just be excited, have some fun, network. It's all about community. This isn't one of those conferences where you got to be all buttoned up. I know I'm buttoned up, but button down, relax, be calm, be cool. So I have a lot of opening remarks that I need to say right now before we get started, just to let you guys know where everything is at. I'm bringing out my phone because it's too much for me to remember. So first of all, I just want to let you guys know I've been making announcements. If you have office hours, that was already pre-scheduled and predetermined, but the office hours are going to be upstairs. And you should have your time in your email. Does everybody who had office hours raise your hand real quick? Y'all checked your emails? Okay, cool. All right, so if you're there for Google office hours, that's going to be in suite number 1. If you have one-on-ones, that's going to be in suite 13. I'm going to continue to make these announcements, though. If you are going to see Accenture, that is going to be in the press box. If you don't know where the press box is, this third floor right here where the marketplace is, we're going to support those Black-owned businesses, too. You're going to take that and go all the way back. You're going to go past the bathrooms. You're going to go past the networking area. The networking area, let's talk about that. There's going to be a networking area before Accenture. That is going to be back in the corner behind there. We're going to have a lot of speakers, a lot of conversations going on the main stage. So if you want to network, we ask that you please network, respect the speakers, and network back up there on the third floor. Now, after you pass the networking area, you're going to see Accenture. They're going to be there all day as well. Please go back and meet them. Let's see what else I got for y'all. If you want to do a Q&A, after each panel is done, there's going to be a main stage Q&A. If you have more questions for the speakers, that is going to be suite number 7. And I'll make that announcement as well later. Food is going to be served around 1 o'clock. We got some hot food for y'all, some good food. Let me see what else we got for you. Okay, I think that is just about it. I'm going to shout out our vendors real quick. So we have a lot of vendors here today from all over. We got vendors that came in all the way from Atlanta to give y'all some hot chocolate. We have Good Day Scents Candle. We got any candle lovers? I know we got some more candle lovers. We love smelling good and we love good smells. All right, we have Come Home. I love how that's spelled. We have Come Home. Definitely support them. Status Way of Life LLC. Mess in a Bottle. Drink FD, Engineer Her, Air Organics. We got to plug the STEM plug, Wally Gloss, and I'm going to continue to announce the rest of them throughout, but we got a lot of sponsors. But either way, are you guys excited to get this show going and get the show on the road? Beautiful. Now, I got a question for y'all, those that have been here for a couple days. Somebody can go to the mic over there to the left-hand side and answer the question, whoever wants to. But if you could describe the vibe of the Techsgiving Summit using a tech innovation, what would that be and why? Whoever wants to go answer that question real quick, go over there. Let's get a volunteer. Nobody rush at once.
Or you can raise your hand. I'll come.
Raise your hand real quick, somebody. Using a tech innovation. Can we have somebody, please? Okay. If y'all don't want to volunteer, I'll just say it myself. If I could describe the Techsgiving Summit using a tech innovation, I would say Google. Not just because that's one of our biggest sponsors. Okay, maybe a little bit. But hear me out. When Google was created, it was created to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible. When the Techsgiving team created the summit, it wasn't about the parties, never about the notoriety, or even about the money. It was and continues to be about pouring into people that look like you and me and making sure that we have the tools that we need to thrive in our careers and inspire future tech leaders. The thing that Google and Techsgiving share is their dedication to service. So today, I'm gonna ask everyone in the room to refocus your lens. Whether you're looking to be a UX researcher, whether you're looking to be a project manager, product manager, or a founder, I promise you, if you make your priority serving others, your dreams will always make room for you. So with that being said, and keeping on that same hue, we're gonna have a dreamer and a servant come to the stage to do opening remarks. Now, this gentleman is the definition of the power of legacy. His life's mission is to use his values of community service and his passion for science to impact the DC community and every community he touches. You can see through his work at Ambeers Elementary with the youth and his continued fight for public health and public safety for the DC community that this Nigerian American is a man of the people. Let's please show some love for pharmacist and U.S. Representative, Oye Owolewa.
Yo, everybody come get your bounce on. Get your bounce on. Get your bounce on.
Oh, my God. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Techsgiving 2023. Last year, we were in a gathering spot, but this year, we are here in DC's very own Audi Stadium. We're all here for the same reason. We want to network. We want to meet future employers. We're looking for that next opportunity. And before we get to that, I want to speak about what science did for me. You see, as just mentioned, my mom and dad came here from a very little-known country in Africa called Nigeria. But they came for a future in a science career. Stayed in the United States, raised their kids to also have that science career, because I was told from a young age what a STEM career could do for one person. Doesn't matter what language you speak, doesn't matter where you or your parents live, with science, with engineering, with math, you have an opportunity. So, with that, I moved on to become a pharmacist. But the very first opportunity to give back was to get other kids that may look like me, that may not look like me, to also be interested in a science career. Because what it could do for your siblings, what it could do for your family, what it could do for your community. I see people in this room that can also have that impact. So all, as well as meeting each other and finding out about different careers and looking at some of our sponsors and some of the vendors, let's all look into giving back a little bit. Because I see leaders in this room. But in addition to giving back, we have to create the new leaders of tomorrow. Whether it's our little siblings, whether it's kids in our local communities, we have to invest in them. Right now in the United States, we spend the most in science education, but we rank dead in the middle, about 24, 25 out of the world. It's because there's so much learning we can do outside the textbook. We're talking about bringing kids to the farm. We're talking about bringing young people to the job place. We're talking about arming kids that look like us with role models that their parents don't even know exist. But before we talk about becoming the leaders of tomorrow, we gotta become the leaders of today. I stand before you as the only DC elected healthcare provider. But it's so much more important to not be the last one, to be the next one, because there's healthcare legislation being passed without people with healthcare experience. There's technology legislation being passed with people with no technology experience. We're talking about AI. We're talking about copywriting. We're talking about infringement on intellectual property for folks who never had businesses. It's time for people in this room to not only get involved, but consider running. Regardless of what you think about, regardless of what side you're on, the more of us at the table, the better conversation we can have. But it's not just about running for office or supporting elected officials. We gotta take advantage of the opportunities that the government provides us. Millions of dollars are left unclaimed because we don't know how to access it. As U.S. Representative of Washington, D.C., we're not only fighting for statehood and making sure every American has the right to vote, irrespective of their zip code, we're also arming our folks with information to help us scale our businesses. So rather than just talking the talk, we're walking it too. We're teaching minority business owners and women business owners how to get contracts, how to get grants, how to get certifications. Because these are the type of things that allow us no longer to be super volunteers or no longer just funding our hobbies disguised as businesses. We can scale up like other communities can too. And not only do we just get on stage and talk about the grants process, we also bring the government into the room so you can see a bunch of people that look like us. It's not just about entertainment or dancing, that we talk in business too. There's so many organizations based in the DMV. Google, Amazon, Washington Post, what have you. We need to find our ways to get those contracts. Hundreds of millions of dollars, $1 billion in Pell Grants. That money deserves to be ours. It allows us to serve people who cannot afford our services, so we don't have to give an inferior product because folks aren't ready to pay for it. We can go into classrooms and teach kids that what we knew and what we grew up with. But it starts with contracts. It starts with the opportunities. It starts with learning. So today we're going to learn a little bit. Today we're going to have fun a little bit. But we also have to learn how to give back to receive future blessings. We got to invest in the information that can get us to where we need to get to. We have to learn what an Apex Accelerator is. We have to learn what the MBDA is. We have to learn what an SBA is. We have to learn what contract and procurement is, because money is a language too, right? Money is boring to make, but exciting to spend. You gotta be comfortable with being bored, because that's how we make a change in our communities. So thank you so much for being here at Techsgiving 2023. It's an investment in yourself. Hopefully you learn and meet some people that was willing to invest in you, but more importantly, you find some people to invest in as well, because there's more than enough money to go around, and we can get it together. So we in America, we welcome you. We in DC, nation's capital, we're excited to have you. Folks who came from all across the country, welcome. Folks who came from closer, thanks for still being here. There's no reason for us to move out. This is Chocolate City. We deserve to be here, and our money deserves to be here as well. Let's take that next step. Thank you.
Make some noise for Rep. Oye.